So that was the wonderful Skinny Wizard. That's me starting over.
That's all going in.
Hi, I'm Generic Podcast host.
Damn it, why didn't we do that? Let's record another one. I'm Generic Podcast host number 1.
Let's just do that right now.
All right, then. That's so funny. I don't even know. I have no idea how the rest of it would go, but just that is funny. I'm Generic Podcast host number 1. Oh, my God, that's funny.
Hi, I'm Generic Podcast host number 1.
And I'm Generic Podcast host number 2.
Do you enjoy listening to generic people talk about generic topics with no point?
I do, yes. Why don't you come join us every other Wednesday while we talk about generic things, generically?
All right, that was Skinny Wizard. So he was nice enough, without being prompted, to record a song for us. I think, other than the people that have told us to go fuck ourselves, that is the first unprompted thing. Well, maybe not the first. Dave, the producer, sends us shit all the time, but this one took some talent.
Awesome. He's got producer right in his name. You don't get that at birth, you know?
So if you get married, if your wife decides she's going to start podcasting, and then she says, "Hey, you're going to edit my podcast," you are now Anthony, the producer.
So what am I now? I edit most of this. I put all of this together just so everybody knows how this really works behind the scenes. I put all of this together. I do all of our Twitter shit, and I just let Doug take credit for it because it makes him feel better.
Right.
What title do I get for that?
Anthony the Cougher.
Perfect. I'll take it.
So speaking of, it's funny that you did that. You led me right into the first thing I wanted to talk about.
Perfect.
Before we go into that, I want to say thank you truly to Skinny Wizard for sending us that song. That was, I fucking love it.
Yeah, that was amazing, man.
He might have just ousted Peter Norica. Those two are friends. And
really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Is it?
I don't know. They're going to have to fight over us. I've never had two dudes fight over me before.
But I think that I don't know. I like it. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Thank you, Skinny Wizard. We appreciate it. So I wanted to jump in here. Anthony said that he takes care of all the tweeting. So as of this recording, which is January, February, March, April 15th, at 10:50 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, Anthony's pinned tweet says, "Please, for your own good, check out Off With Their Heads." It's a link to a fucking video that has nothing to do with our show.
Yeah, right. It's Off With Their Heads.
But
It's great.
Before that, the last pinned tweet that you had was from like 9 episodes ago.
Yes.
You don't see a problem with that?
No,
you can't.
Do you realize how hard it is to update a pinned post, like a pinned tweet? For me, it's difficult.
I send it to you. You all.
That's the best part. I want anybody that checks my Twitter to understand that I support Off With Their Heads. They're a great band. You should listen to them for your own good. I don't care if you listen to our show.
What are they? Like, because I of course didn't check it out
rock.
because I was so fucking pissed off that.
Why would you be pissed off about something like that? Why would that bother you? It's like you don't even know me.
So I'm not going to turn this into an argument. I was just curious as to, because I didn't ask you this before we started recording.
Right.
I just wanted to know why you would not, in the very least, just make your tweet about the show. That's all I ask you to do, and you can't even do that right.
Right. Because that's what I was thinking at that moment. Off With Their Heads is amazing. So I want everybody to understand how amazing they are. All it takes is one listen and you'll be hooked.
The same could be said about our show, you fuck.
That's absolutely not true. I'm afraid that if anybody listens, we'll lose fans. I think if anybody listens, they're going to take 3 fans with them when they leave.
Well,
Trying to drive people away from the show.
I ask that everybody that enjoys our show boycotts off with their heads.
I don't think we have to worry about it. Nobody listens to our show gives a shit what I think about music.
Oh, all right. So I think that we have talked off the air about maybe starting to take things a little more seriously as far as what we put out into the world.
We're doing a good job of that so far.
Well, I mean, as far as our views and everything, we've been attacked a lot lately. Like this last month, it's like every week it's something different. Every day it's something different. Shit that we said 10, 15 shows ago gets thrown at me. And right. I can't defend against it because I don't remember it. So my response is always the same. Fuck off if you can't take a joke. And I don't even know what I was talking about.
So there's a guy that listens to this show at work, and every week he'll say something. I'm assuming it's in reference to the show that we just put out. And every week I just give him a blank stare, and he's like, "You just said it on your show." I'm like, "Fuck, I don't fucking remember, man." Shit just pours out of my mouth. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
So part of this has to do with my need to stay employed, because I do know there are people actively trying to find or get me fired.
Oh, okay.
So we really need to just start focusing on legitimate conversations, I guess.
Okay.
Not going out of our way trying to be funny.
All right.
Not that we've done that successfully in the past, but so with that being said, I think it would be time every week we're going to do a public service announcement.
Yeah.
So you just want to play that now?
Yeah. That'll be good.
All right, well,
I think that'll help our image, I think.
Yeah. So we'll play that, and then we'll just get into the show.
That looks innocent enough, doesn't it? Lots of young people hitchhike. Seems like a good way to get from one place to another. But sometimes there are dangers involved that never meet the eye. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about. Let's take the case of Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride. He'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly conversation. In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious, a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal.
All right.
All right. Yep. Now we've done our good deed for the day.
All right. Let's get this piece of shit going. Are you done?
Yep. That was all I needed. Got my podcast fixed for the day.
You know what I don't have on here? I don't have anything for the t-shirt guy.
Oh, no. It's, don't buy this merch, right? With one L.
We have... You know, this is only funny to you and me.
I know. I got another review on our show from somebody that never really listened, but he said he listened to a few episodes, and it sounds like me and you just sit down and record this show just to make ourselves giggle like a couple of little schoolboys. So it's like the best. That's the best compliment. That's the best compliment I think I could ever get.
I want to know who the fuck said that. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Because he's fucking... What's that word when you take somebody else's writing and then use it as your own?
plagiarizing.
Yeah, he's plagiarizing us. That's exactly what we said is we sit down and record just to try to make each other laugh. That's the whole fucking point of the show.
But the episode that he listened to was like...
My suicide show?
No. Yep. No, it was old. So it was the same guy that I had the gun control argument with.
Oh, yeah. Fuck him.
Fuck him. That's not very nice.
I want to tell you, I got to read this to you.
So it was the episode when you went to Detroit and you were talking about Firehouse Subs. What was that, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, that was...
That was like before we even started Who's Right. That was a different show.
Why the fuck was he listening to that?
I don't know. That's just what he texted me. I have no idea.
I think that's when your hatred of Mexicans started pouring out of you. That's probably why you didn't like it.
Right. My hatred of Mexicans.
So I wanted to tell you this text that Dave, the producer, sent me. It's pretty funny. So there was a little bit of back and forth. And I said, yeah, I'm sure this will last. And he said, don't fuck this up like your suicide. Piece
That
of
was
shit.
nice of him. That's how you know you got a real friend there.
Yeah, so when I eventually decide to jump off a bridge or whatever, my blood is going to be on his hands.
When you do it, don't jump off a bridge. That would be the worst way to go.
No, I think we're going to be talking about the worst way to go here later, but all right, fuck it. That thing with that guy from that place has got me pissed off, man.
Why?
Yeah, don't fucking go back and listen to 27 shows ago, even longer than that, 40 shows ago, and then tell me what I'm doing.
He complimented you. Do you want me to read it to you?
Oh, what you should have before I said fuck him. Yeah.
It says, all right, let me start at the beginning. I listened to a couple of your shows yesterday, and I'm pretty sure you guys just do the podcast so you can giggle back and forth like schoolboys. And then I said, but did you laugh? And he said, a couple of times when Doug was talking shit about Detroit and how it sucked and the Firehouse Subs girl was a bitch. And I said, we're on the verge of making it big time. And he said, I don't know what that means. Like you're going to get over 10 listeners? And I said, I don't know what it means either, but I figure if I say it enough, something will happen. That was the whole conversation. So he was not really talking shit. He was just never listened really before. I tried to get him to listen before, but he just never did. And then,
All right, so does he still live there in your area?
yeah.
All right. Fuck you.
All right.
He's the dumb bastard that goes out shooting with you and then complains that we don't have stricter gun control, right?
Right.
Fuck me. All right, so you know what? I'm going to jump to this story. I had really no intention of it, but I think that it might correlate with him.
Correlate. All right.
All right. So this says white nationalist groups keep America American flyers left in Gwinnett driveways. Gwinnett is, I think that's Mexican for Georgia or something. I don't know.
Is that right? That's Mexican for Georgia.
All right.
I don't think there's such thing as anything can be Mexican for something. It's Mexican.
So that's wrong. That's not a fair statement for you. You almost led me down a path because I had a bunch of. You know what? I'm just going to stay on task.
All right.
Shit. I'm gonna.
I threw you off there.
You did. My my head's not working today. Fuck. I feel like I want to start the whole fucking thing over.
Too late.
All right. I guess I thought we had that option.
Nope.
Keep America American. Those were the first words of a Gwinnett County community woke up to Easter Sunday after a white nationalist group left flyers encouraging the neighborhood to report unauthorized immigrants. All right. I think you and I are going to start the show with an argument based on this article.
Perfect.
I posted about this being hate mail. Brazelton resident Anna Roper told Channel 2 Action News. I picked up as many as I could and I put them in the trash. The flyers, left by Texas-based The Patriot Front, included a hotline for tipsters to call Homeland Security to report undocumented citizens. According to the Anti-Defamation League, the white supremacist group is rooted in maintaining America's identity as a European-American identity through regular distribution of racist and anti-Semitic messages. But the terrible messages didn't end there. Do you got a view on any of this yet?
Yeah, I'm reading along with you.
No, do you have a view on it? Do you have an opinion?
Oh, do I have a view? Yeah, of course I do.
All right. So
you want to know?
Let's take a pause, and I'm curious as to see where your head's at.
So I think that people are allowed to pass out flyers that say anything they want, and I don't think there was any hate involved, first of all. And if we believe in the rule of law as a nation, illegal immigration is illegal, right? So if you see somebody stealing and you report it to the police, it's pretty much the same thing as if you find someone who is illegal and you report them to the authorities. Where it gets kind of hazy is how you don't know somebody's illegal just by looking at them. They look Mexican. That just doesn't mean they're illegal. So just the flyers themselves, I don't have a problem with it. Just throw it away and move on with your day.
Why? But why throw it away?
Well, if I get junk mail and I don't like it, I throw it away. If somebody
no, these were hung up in their flyers.
Yeah,
they're flyers hung up around the city.
Yeah, throw them away. I'm okay with that. You don't have a right for your flyers not to be thrown away.
So if there was a lost puppy flyer, would you just like, oh, that looks like trash, I'm going to throw that away?
Yeah. I don't want people to find their dog.
Only if they're
that motherfucker.
Only if they're missing little chihuahuas, which I think are Mexican dogs. Those are the ones you get thrown away.
All right. So
we're not going to argue because that was exactly what I thought.
No. All right. I think that the Anti-Defamation League, which is the anything against Jewish people, they create problems where there are no problems. And if nobody would have reported this, like 6 people would have ever heard about it in the first place. Maybe 12. I don't know how many flyers they put out, but the Gwinnett County, nobody's ever even heard of Gwinnett County.
A bunch of Mexicans that speak Georgian.
Georgia. Is it in Georgia? I don't even know. See? It's a bunch of Georgians that speak Mexican, you mean?
No, I said it right.
All right.
All right.
So I think that they are throwing around hate speech because it gets clicks, it gets likes, it gets, people all riled up. There's no hate in any of the messages. Not that I agree with it, but it's not hate.
All right. But the terrible messages didn't end there. Roper said...
All right, maybe I'm wrong.
Roper said racist graffiti targeted toward black people were left on a bridge near the Mulberry Park subdivision. Those messages have since been painted over, Channel 2 reported. Okay, here's the important line. It is not clear if the same group is behind the graffiti.
So why the fuck would you put it in the article? That's just good reporting. There was a murder 2 states away. These people were probably involved, but we have no evidence of that. But they're probably murderers.
Roper said the flyers and messages were surprising since the neighborhood is diverse. That means there's black people that live there.
Yep.
I've cried a lot this morning about this, she said. It means a lot to me. What means a lot?
And why would you cry about it? I don't understand.
Okay, so
cry about.
So essentially, here's what happened. All right,
Roper sounds like a white name.
Here's what happened. Somebody said, if you see somebody breaking the law, report it.
Right.
Somebody else said, that's hate speech and racist, and there's somebody in this town don't like black people, and they spray painted that on a bridge. The 2 things have to be connected. I need to cry and report this to the paper.
Right.
That's
I don't think
retarded.
I don't think we can come back from where we are. I think we're past the point of no return to where people are we're fucked. I mean, there's no coming back from this, right? Everything is hate speech. We're fucked until the white people are truly the minority and we're enslaved by everybody else. We're fucked.
I don't believe that.
Why?
Well,
You think we can come? You think we can come back? This shit is so pervasive. There is no way we're coming back from this.
we came back from the Beach Boys.
Like the concert, like drove back from it.
Just that whole time.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That whole time in America with the Beach Boys and beaches.
Oh, touche. I don't know what to say to that. I was like, I think if I would have taken a poll, what would Doug come back as an argument against the Beach Boys would have been somewhere near the top, I guess.
All right, so I'm going to see if I can formulate a thought here. All right. So, let's say, when was the... Yeah, I got nothing. You're right. We're fucked. We're not coming back.
When was the 9/11?
No, so I was trying to think of a time in this country's history where we have been down as far as like our socio politics or whatever you call it. Social.
In the 1930s?
No, but so I was thinking like right after World War II when we rounded up a bunch of Japanese people and put them in internment camps.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, and we bounced back from that, but you know, we haven't because we don't like Japanese people.
I don't have a problem with Japanese people.
Really?
So I saw an article. I wasn't going to talk about this, but you pushed me into it. I saw an article. This was from China, so it's the same thing. I saw. God, that sounds so racist, doesn't it?
It's because that is.
So there was an article from China that said that they apprehended a criminal for financial crimes at a pop concert, and they apprehended him using facial recognition technology at the concert, and there was like 60,000 people at this concert. And you know where I'm going with this, don't you? So they used facial recognition technology out of 60,000 people. I can't tell 3 of them apart. And there's 60,000 of them, and they used facial recognition, and they came and arrested this guy.
I got a story to tell you about that after we get done recording.
All right, I got to clarify. That was a joke. I can tell 3 different Asian people apart.
All right, so now, yeah, you shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said that. I can tell 3 Asian people apart.
Because we're both doing the same thing now. We are both so worried about what we say that it's not even fun anymore.
It was obviously a joke, though. But
Then you shouldn't have clarified, right?
You're right, but I like my lifestyle. I don't want to lose my job because
So-
I said I think Asian people all look the same. That's such a stupid joke. But when I read the headline, it was like, I mean, the joke is so obvious. It was like they wrote the headline for that joke.
So I'm serious, though. I didn't have any, this just popped into my head, but we're both so worried about what we say now. What's the fucking point in doing the show? Either we get over it and we're willing to lose everything for these 12 people to laugh at us.
No, it's just you, I'm telling you. As long as you laugh, I don't give a fuck.
But you do. So
you're right.
we need to record this as if we don't care who's going to listen or not record it at all. Because if we're sitting here both just trying to think 2 sentences ahead, make sure we're not going to piss anybody off this week, there's no fucking point in it.
Yeah. Agreed. On that note, tell your story.
I can't.
Perfect. You got nothing? You got nothing?
No. This isn't a bit. I'm being serious.
I agree. That's why I was saying, tell your story. Let's keep this thing rolling.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. Move on.
That's what I said. Oh, when you say it, it's good. But when I say it, no. Fuck. All right, bye.
Make sure you stay tuned after this show. We got a promo for Flicks X-Rayed.
Is that an X-rated podcast? Every time I hear that name, I think that they're going to talk about porno movies. Oh, let's start a podcast where we review porno movies. Damn it! Why didn't I think of that before?
But sorry for the pun, but play it straight. So
we review gay porn, but play it straight.
no, I mean, like, do we only talk about it as if it's like a major motion picture? You talk about the plot and the character development.
Yes. We don't even recognize that it's porn. The camera anchors here are beautiful.
You know, I was really
This week we're reviewing Teen Cum Dumpsters 4, Cinematic Genius.
You know, in the character arc, I really felt that they fell flat.
They fell flat. I just don't buy into the character, you know?
I mean, seriously, what was she? Was she abused as a kid? I don't understand. Nobody.
We need a little back history here.
Nobody finds themselves covered in saliva and semen. It's like they didn't put any thought into it.
Why was she dressed like that in the first place? I don't understand.
So, if you didn't call for a plumber and he shows up to your house, are you really going to let him in? I feel like they just didn't put any thought into this.
The score was good, though.
Oh, fuck this. All right, you dicks. Let's do our weekly We Have merch.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
to We Have merch.
To them. Go to their store and buy some of our stuff. You know, I'm tired of promoting everybody else's crap. Do I ever promote anybody else's crap?
Not once. Nor do you promote our crap.
Just go buy our crap. Go buy yourself a coffee mug. If you want, if there's any interest, I'll take a picture of myself and we'll put it on a coffee mug and you can drink out of my face.
What about that picture that you sent me when you were midway through your haircut? Why don't we put that on a coffee mug?
If anybody will buy it, I'll do it. We need pre-orders, though. I'm not sure that I want that out there.
You do. I can put a black bar over your eyes. Then there's no.
That makes it so much better. Even my wife said I look like I was on meth or a serial killer or both.
So do I have your permission? Can I put a black bar over your eyes, and then we only do it as a coffee mug?
Fuck.
Come on, you pussy.
I gotta think about that. That would be horrible. It's such a bad picture, man.
So you got to do it, man. Don't be a pussy.
You got to do something just as embarrassing then.
It's not embarrassing. All right, fine.
It's not embarrassing.
No, your eyes. Nobody will know it's you.
Right. Shave off half your beard, and then take a picture of yourself, and we'll put that on a fucking coffee mug.
That's stupid.
That's what I thought when I shaved my head and shaved my face and took a picture of it.
Right, but I'm not going to shave my beard just to get a picture for a fucking coffee mug.
That's why I did it. It's the only reason I did it.
Okay, then it's going on the coffee mug.
Are you going to buy one?
You know what? I could do it, and you would never know the fucking difference because you don't go to any of these sites or anything anyway.
I go to Twitter.
Idiot. All right. WeHaveMerch.com. That's where you can find all of our shit as well as other people's shit. Right now he has got us, the Unwritable Rant, the Rob and Slim Show, Shooting the Shiznit, Gareth's Random Blue. Every time I fucking mumble that.
That's a hard one to say, man.
The Mole Man Show, the 410 Murderland Podcast, the Brand X Podcast, and A Day in the Life of Evolutionaries Podcast. Go there, buy some shit, preferably our shit.
Yeah.
And or if you don't want to buy shit, just send us money.
Like in an envelope. Send me a 20.
So this was been like 6 months ago, but I got that email address where that guy wanted to send us money, and I turned him down because I don't know why. I thought that cause he said he wanted to support the show, and I turned him down, but I don't know why. Why would I have done that?
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it may not seem like it, but we do put some work into this show, right? We take our time. We put some work.
You're so full of shit.
You don't think we put any time into the show? What are we doing right now?
Talking to each other the same as what
trying to make people laugh.
No, we're doing what we would do even if I just called you.
Shut up, dude.
Oh, all this is scripted. This
is scripted. Stick to the script, man. Just the point is, just give us money. I don't know why you would turn somebody down if they want to give us money. Don't ever do that again. You don't have my permission to do that.
WeHaveMerch.com. Yeah, buy something, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't. Just do it. Maybe you'll see my face, my beautiful face, on a coffee mug. That's not. I don't know. Maybe.
All right, you sent me this thing. God damn it. Why do you put these fucking? You know what? You're not going to get me to turn on you.
What did I do this time?
The link to your vaccination thing.
It's a picture. What do you mean?
It's not on there though. The picture's not on there.
I'm looking at it right now. I just clicked on the link. I'm looking at it right now. Do you want me to just read it? Would that make it easier?
Oh, wait a minute. There it is.
You big dummy.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
If your teen daughter is having sex, your fear she will contract HPV might have validity. My teenage children are not promiscuous. In their case, the risk of the vaccine far exceeds any risk of disease. Vaccinate your slut. Leave my healthy kids alone. That's another public service announcement.
Vaccinate your slut.
Vaccinate your slut. Anybody that says my kids are not promiscuous, my teenage children are not having sex, their kids they're the biggest sluts. I guarantee you.
God, I hope you're wrong.
Why?
Because I have an 18-year-old daughter.
And you guarantee she's not having sex, right?
I did up until about 3 minutes ago.
Until now. If you have to, excluding you, if you have to go on Facebook or wherever I think this is Facebook. If you have to go on there and tell people how pure your children are and they're not ever going to have sex because they're good kids, your 14-year-old daughter's taking it up the ass, guaranteed. That's how it works.
Yeah.
They're sluts. I mean,
okay.
Or maybe your 14-year-old son. I don't know. Is that better?
Fucking Jose, man.
What the fuck? Why does that bother you so much? Now I got to cut that out.
Why?
Because we were doing so good.
Why do you got to cut it out? That don't make any sense.
Because we're not supposed to mention anybody's name. I don't want to get fired.
We can mention first names.
Jim. Why couldn't you call him Jim? Just fucking Jim.
Fuck you, Josie.
Jaime. Why can't you call him Jaime?
Josie.
Josie.
All right.
Oh shit. Why? I don't understand why that bothers you so much.
I don't care. Whatever.
Yes, you do. You care too much.
I don't even remember what he said.
I don't either.
All right.
So vaccinate your slut. So yeah. Oh.
Yeah. You all right. Fuck. You fucking kill me.
It's like magic. We need to start a video podcast. Oh, shit.
All right, this is from Newsweek. That's all. I'm not going to read it.
All right. Next story.
All right. A New York City City court judge with a history of legal troubles received a pay hike despite only showing up for work once in 216 days. Her new compensation total is $187,000 per year, an $11,700 jump according to a compensation agreement. Rochester City Court Judge Leticia Estacio had been assigned to the equivalent of desk duty while finishing a 3-year probation sentence stemming from a 2016 DWI arrest. However, aside from reporting to work for 1 day on February 27th, the judge has been absent since August 31st. Since her arrest, Estacio has violated her probation multiple times, including an incident where she refused to pay for and subsequently wear her ankle monitor and was temporarily remanded back to custody. She was elected to a 10-year term, which runs through 2024. Her boss, New York State Supreme Court Justice Craig Doran, said she is still required to show up for work. Our administrative view is that she continues to be under an obligation to appear for her assigned work duty, Duran told Newsweek on Wednesday. Duran added that it was not under his purview to terminate Estacio or investigate claims against her. Oh, right. So the reason why I read all that was to get to this, because here's the meat and potatoes. The New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct, which investigates complaints about judges, is aware of the situation. An office representative told Newsweek the board is prohibited from commenting on the existence of pending cases. In a statement posted to her social media accounts, Estacio said local outrage regarding her pay hike stems from racism. "You're mad because I'm a young minority getting paid. I don't want to hear about it," she said, noting that news media appear to be treating her differently than other judges who have broken the law. The pay hike was authorized by the Commission on Legislative, Judicial, and Executive Compensation Board and stems from a 2015 agreement that applies to almost all judges working in New York. The board did not immediately return Newsweek's request for comment. Close to 30,000 people have called for the judge's removal on a Change.org petition. In a series of videos posted to her Facebook account, Estacio said she was frustrated and tired of the public backlash and harassment against her. "Can you get in your lane, get back in your pocket, and be quiet?" she told harassers in a 14-minute Facebook Live post. She continued, "You know what? I missed the fucking window here. You're going to be her. Get ready."
All right, are we starting with "can you"?
Yeah, right under Rochester City Court.
All right.
Okay,
ready?
now, you fuck this up every time. So if it's in quotes, you read it. Not in quotes, I read it.
All right.
Ready? Action.
"Can you get back in your lane, get in your pocket, and be quiet?"
She told harassers in a 14-minute Facebook Live post. She continued,
"What makes you feel so entitled to say these things that you would never say to another elected official or about another elected official publicly without fear of retribution or arrest? You know, horrible things happening to you."
The judge posted screen grabs of messages she'd received on Facebook where people call her a
welfare. You're supposed to read that, you big dummy.
No, it's in quotes. You're fucking reading it. Them's the rules.
Welfare queen.
See how funny that would have been? Fucking dick. Okay, first I want to stop.
All right.
Or about any elected official publicly without fear. What makes you feel so entitled to say these things, blah, 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 without fear of retribution or arrest?
She's a fucking judge.
Well, what about, isn't that exactly what the First Amendment truly is?
Yes.
The fear to, the freedom to say something without fear of without the government arresting you?
This goes right back to what I already told you. We are so far gone that people who are not white think that if you say anything bad about someone who is not white, it's a crime. You're not allowed to ever say anything negative about anyone who is not white.
Okay, now can we get back to your impersonation?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go again. Ready?
All right. Hold on. I gotta find my spot. All right.
The judge posted screen grabs of messages she'd received on Facebook where people call her a
Welfare queen.
and say they want to.
Knock her ass out. That doesn't even make sense.
Come on, child.
Come on, child.
Estacio also suggested her punishment for the DWI was too harsh. In addition to the probation term, she was sentenced to 60 days in jail and required to wear an ankle alcohol monitoring device for 6 months, the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle reported.
I was convicted, but it is a misdemeanor DUI. I did not kill anyone. There was no victim.
Estacio said.
The repercussions of this incident have been so incredibly insane.
She later posted a picture saying,
If you don't like me and still watch everything I do, you're a fan.
and she says she would be
Ready?
if anyone tried to come to her house and threaten her. On Monday, the judge reportedly tried to purchase a gun at Dick's Sporting Goods but was denied the sale. The Monroe County Sheriff's Department said in a press release that it
Replayed all the information to the Monroe County Probation Office for any potential follow-up. Store personnel made the decision not to sell the gun to Miss Estasio based on store policy. I have taken appropriate steps in my purview to address the potential safety concerns, and if there are any alleged violations that make their way to the court system, they will be addressed in the normal course.
Duran said.
Good job.
I'm wondering why you chose to change voices.
Because it was a different person.
So what? They could still talk like a
black woman?
like a 70-year-old black woman. How do you know that it wasn't? How do you know that the manager of Dick's Sporting Goods wasn't a 70-year-old black woman?
I don't. Are they? They're usually managers at like Walmart or something, right? Oh, shit. I should only apologize to jokes that don't go over, you know?
Right.
I apologize for that one.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it. If you didn't laugh, I didn't mean it.
Allegedly, Walmart.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do podcasts about comic books.
Okay.
Comic books are fucking stupid.
You ever seen Superman or the Batman?
What if we just did a comic book or a podcast about how stupid comic book podcasts are?
All right.
I could say whatever I want, and you're just going to go along with it.
Yes. Anything to get out of this podcast.
What about if we were to try to start a movement to take down the adult film industry? Could you get behind that?
Get behind. No. No. I couldn't do that. I couldn't help. Couldn't help bring down something that I love so much.
Okay, so we can talk about gun control, and you're okay with that. We talk about race, and we can talk about religion. But if you talk about porn, then you're out.
Oh, I'm in. Just that we can't take down porn. Come on. I think we need to give the. I think the porn actresses need to unionize. They need more power. Power to the people.
Power to the pussies.
Perfect.
All right.
If a girl wants to suck some cock on camera, who am I to say she can't? I like the idea of the porn review podcast. We should both watch a porn separately, not together, because that's gay.
Is
and
it?
Then, yeah, yeah, it is. You don't think that's gay?
Yeah, I think it would depend if.
I 100% guarantee if we were watching porn together, you'd be sucking my cock. So, yeah, it'd be gay.
I don't know that you can put 100% guarantee on that.
Oh, you would.
Whether I wanted to or not.
Right.
So it's not gay if you're raping my face.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
What makes it not gay? What's the not gay part?
So, okay, that's all right. So what makes something gay, right?
Right. Yeah. If two people of the same sex are engaging in sexual activity.
So you're telling me if one guy rapes another guy, that makes them both fags?
Yes. What's so hard to understand? That's a recruiting tool. I don't understand what the problem is here. Well, if you've ever had a cock up your butt, you're gay. I don't. I mean,
Do you really believe that, or are you trying to be funny for the show?
is it funny?
No.
Then I'm not trying to be funny at all.
I tried giving you a setup for a great punchline there. All you would have had to do if you said, was it funny? And I said, no, then you should have just went, I'm sorry.
Oh, damn it. I forgot we were apologizing for shit that wasn't funny.
How did you forget it happened like
Two seconds
two and a half
ago?
minutes ago, you fucking goldfish?
Are we going back to goldfish again, really?
I think that's what the name of our fucking show should be. I think we should just quit Who's Right. Just be done and start over.
Okay.
And make it something that's a little more... Because we're not arguing about anything. There's no debating.
No. Well, sometimes, but not very often. We just bullshit back and forth, talk about fucking fish and gay people raping each other.
So is it gay for you to give somebody a hand job?
Yes.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
Okay. So is it gay for you to jerk off?
No.
You're giving somebody a hand job.
Another person. Another dude. So this is what I believe. If you rape a guy, you're gay. The guy being raped is not necessarily gay. If he enjoys it, and if he enjoys it and then proceeds from there to become gay, then he was gay. But
If somebody forcibly milks your prostate, that doesn't make you gay.
that's what I just said. I said the guy being raped is not gay. The guy doing the raping is gay.
No, but if somebody bends you over a table and they stick their fucking fingers up your butthole, right? And they start rooting around and they bump your almond.
Yes.
and you spill almond juice all over the table. That doesn't make you gay.
No.
But you still came.
Yeah. That's a physiological. Physiological, is that right?
Physical?
I don't know. I think if a horse stuck his leg up my ass, I'd probably come. I mean, that doesn't make you gay, right? Just because you ejaculate, that's a physiological reaction to.
Isn't it just a physical reaction?
I don't know. I just wanted to sound smart. I don't know. What's the illogical part? Physiological. I don't know what that fucking means.
You're a fucking idiot. We have no business talking about anything other than shitty race jokes and farting.
Right. So, what do you think?
No. Okay, so... All right. So I don't know why I'm so eager to try to catch you in a... All right. Hold on. I got to get comfortable here.
All right. If you pull your cock out, I'm going to be pissed.
All right. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. All right. So if you jerk somebody off,
Yes.
does that make you gay?
Yes.
But what if you do it and don't enjoy it?
Like, are you being forced, or you just do it just to help out your buddy?
You're doing it to get into the movies without paying.
Depends on what movie it is.
So you're 15 years old.
Oh, wait.
You're 15 years old. You're with your uncle.
That's not gay at all.
And
Saturday night.
When you go up to pay for the tickets, he looks at you and says, "Doug," or he says, He says,
All right, tell the story.
you have to pay your own way, and then you say, I don't have the money to, and he says, well, let's go back out to my camper. And then
Let's go back out to my camper.
and then he starts rooting around in the drawers looking for extra money to get you into the movies. And then he says, well, we have a way around this. And then
Pulls out a condom. This is all I can find.
no, he didn't put out. No, there's no condom involved. But he has you shake his moneymaker, as he says. And then stuff spills out and gets all over your arm. And then you cry. But you still end up jerking somebody off. So is that gay?
If there's crying involved, I don't think so. How long did you cry for?
Okay, so now imagine that none of that really happened when you're 15, but 37.
So and your nephew was 15. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a difficult question.
So I think I proved you wrong this time. All right, so let's back to the stories here. Now that,
Back to the stories here.
all right.
I wasn't talking about hand jobs anyways. I was talking about like real gay shit, like butt sex.
Okay, so I guess we'll go back down this road again. So
Right.
so now you're saying that two people can give each other a hand job and it's not gay.
No, but that's not like hardcore gay shit. That's just like, experimental gay shit.
Doesn't gay just mean that you're attracted to somebody of the same sex?
Yes.
Okay, so can't you jerk off an ugly guy and it not be gay?
No, because you're attracted to the cock and balls.
No, that you don't have to be attracted to it to jerk it off. Have you ever looked at your dick?
Yeah, all the time.
Is it attractive looking?
Fuck yeah, it is. It's a beautiful thing, man. Once I part that hair and I can actually see it, it's a beautiful thing.
All right, so yeah, you're not going down this road with me. I see. You think that you have to be attracted to a dick to jerk it off.
You have to like dick. I mean,
You don't. You don't have to like asparagus to eat it. You can just eat it.
what the fuck kind of reference is that? Why would you? Yeah, I'm a guy that likes asparagus, or I'm a guy that eats asparagus. Oh, so you like asparagus? No, I just eat it. But that's stupid.
No, it's not.
I'm a guy that sucks cock, so you're gay? No,
Nobody
I'm not
said
gay.
anything about sucking cock. Nobody did except for you cocksucker. Now, it's a physical movement up and down. Close your fist up and down, right? That's it. You don't need to be attracted to somebody to make that motion. Correct?
No, I just did it, and I'm not attracted to you.
Okay. So now, is it gay to jerk somebody off?
No.
Okay.
Wait, yes. I mean, yes.
No. So,
Damn it, that was a Freudian slip.
so I think we just crossed a major canyon or something. We have done more for gay rights in the last 10 minutes than what all them fags have been doing for years and years and years.
Right.
So what are you doing later?
Well, I'm not opposed to jacking somebody off.
Not now that I'm free.
Yeah. So you always want to bring it back to jacking people off. I think that you just want to jack guys off. I'm talking about straight up butt sex.
No, so I don't have any interest in jacking somebody off. But if the situation pops up here in the next couple minutes and somebody walks in and there's a dick in front of me and I jerk it off, all I know is now I'm not gay.
But it depends on the situation. If somebody walks in and just shoves their dick in your fucking face and you're like, sweet cock, and you start jacking it off, you're probably gay.
Yes, but that's not what was being discussed. Just the act of jerking somebody off is not gay.
What possible scenario would somebody walk into your house, into your room with their cock out, and you would jack them off and it wouldn't be gay? What possible scenario? How would that happen?
Okay, so let's say that your uncle's coming over in 15 minutes.
Why is it always going to be? You keep going back to your uncle.
Fuck him.
No, I think fuck you.
All right, yeah. So I thought you had a follow-up. I don't know.
No, you were explaining to me a situation where you could jack off a guy in your house, in your room, where it's not gay.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, it's more than words.
So what I'm trying to do is just talk about the act itself. Okay, Anthony, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but we don't have shit to talk about this week.
I think we're doing a pretty good job.
So we went down the road about what's gay and what's not, and so I figured we'd talk about it. So there is almost, I say almost, a 0% chance that I'm going to jerk off a guy today.
Maybe tomorrow.
No, I would say there's even so the chances are slightly higher the more people I interact with throughout the week. But well, because I'm just saying,
there's a chance that I might jerk this guy off.
That's generally what when I'm looking at somebody for the first time. You know, I look in their eyes and I shake their hand and I think there's
He's a double fister.
There is a slight possibility I could be jerking him off later. Now, albeit
no, you're not gay at all.
albeit a slim one. It has yet to happen. I have yet to jerk somebody off. I'm just saying there's always a chance of it happening. There's a chance I could win the lottery. I don't play the lottery, but there's a chance that I may someday buy a ticket and it could win. So there is a chance that I will win the lottery.
All right, so you're talking about just the act of moving your hand up and down on some dude's cock. What's the difference between that and the act of putting your cock in some dude's ass? What's the difference?
See, point taken. You
So
got
there's
me.
so nothing's gay? No, there is no gay.
Okay.
You fucking
Now there's a chance that I'm going to have my dick in somebody's butt by the end of the day. Now that you've cleared this up for me. No, so
now that you cleared this up for me.
So if you're being serious, so the difference is in order to put your dick in somebody's butt, your dick needs to be hard. So I was going to say if you're not attracted to the person, your dick can't get hard, but I suppose you could take pills to counteract that.
Right. I don't understand why you have to force this issue.
You're the one that brought it up.
Yeah, but it's easy on my end. Just no physical contact between two dudes ever, no matter what, and you're good.
That sounds like something that a homophobe would say.
Homophobe?
Yeah.
Or closeted homosexual? Don't fucking touch me!
Friendly fire.
All right, we'll just leave it at that. Doug's gay, and we'll move on.
If I was, I wouldn't be ashamed of it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Why would it matter? I mean, seriously, why would it matter?
Oh, I've always thought if I was gay, I would be the gayest dude. You know, I would suck fucking 12 cocks at a time. You fucking kidding me? It would be so easy because I'm straight, and if I had the opportunity, I would fuck 12 chicks at a time. So, I mean, I'd be the same if I was gay, but I would have more opportunity, I think. Women don't want to sleep with me, but dudes would be all over me.
I could tell you that I don't know that that's true.
Oh, it is. They would love me.
They love the cock.
Especially the ones that are just getting into it, because I ain't going to hurt nobody.
All right. Okay.
No.
Moving on. I think this is the last story I got up here.
How did we get to that from a judge pay raise?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Oh, shit. That was good.
I just when you talking about it, it just got me thinking that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, oh, that's gay or that's not gay or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. I always just thought that gay stuff was or gay was being attracted to the person of the same sex.
Right. I agree. I'm just fucking around. I agree with you.
And then, so like, remember we covered a story 6 months back or whatever about bro jobs.
Yeah.
All right, so that to me is repulsive, right? So two straight guys blowing each other,
Yeah.
just to give each other the release. That's gross. Having a dick in my mouth sounds gross. But
Yep.
I don't know that. I guess I don't know that I feel the same way about jerking a guy off. I have no interest in it, but it doesn't repulse me like the thought of, it doesn't give me like the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it would once I started. Maybe I'd get like 4 strokes in and be like, dude, I can't do this. You're fucking gross.
It would gross me out only because sometimes I have a hard time just sitting next to some dudes. I don't know. It's just, I'm not comfortable around people, even women. I'm just not comfortable around people, right? So looking at some dude in the face while I stroke his cock, that'd be fucking weird, man. Like,
so did you see the game?
yeah. So about that sports team. I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Well, I guess we'll never get to the bottom of it. We tried.
I never will. I'll never get to the bottom of nothing.
All right. Well, I'm sure this will be going on my fucking HR report.
What? You're not allowed to talk about butt stuff? What? This is like the least controversial thing we've said, isn't it?
This will probably be the thing that gets me fired. We are in the South here,
Oh shit! I was gonna say we weren't talking about black gay butt stuff. I mean, it's not like it's offensive.
Hey, just hold on. How far are we in here into the show?
I don't know, like probably an hour, I guess.
Yeah, we're an hour and 3 minutes in. Can you cut out the last hour and 2 minutes?
Yep, no problem.
All right.
Here, we'll wrap it up real quick here. I'll give you a gist of what just happened. Doug likes giving dudes hand jobs.
Not opposed to trying. That's what I said. Given the right circumstances.
The right circumstances. There's a cock, and it's in my hand. That's the right circumstances. All right, so no. I want to know what you seriously think about transgenders dating. Do you think that they should have to tell the person that they're dating that they are transgendered? Do you think that that's important? Or it's like a first date type of deal, you know what I mean?
Do I think that they give me? Don't leave it so broad.
If you're out at a bar and you meet a chick and you're like talking her up, whatever, and you exchange numbers, call, you've been talking for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. When do you think she should tell you that she used to be a man and she still has a penis?
And she used to be a man and she still has a penis?
Yes. What? According to them, that they can just switch whenever they want. But so she has a penis. That's all that matters.
Okay, so there's no surgery or nothing's happened yet.
Nope.
I would say the very first time that there's any conversation about, so during the first night when, like, you're sitting at a bar and you start interacting with somebody and then they either immediately before or immediately after information is switched. Like if you're planning on contacting them later, if there's talk about getting a phone number.
All right.
If it's looks like it's going to be a one night stand, it should be stated before you leave the bar. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm just being honest.
Sure.
I'm sure.
So
that's
what
not,
do you
I'm
think
sure
about?
That's not the PC thing.
No, of course not. So what do you think about after surgery then? If they've had the surgery and they have a vagina, constructed vagina.
God, I feel the same way, I think. I feel like, and maybe this is just showing my true bias coming out, but I feel the same way.
How is that a bias? Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
So what all I was going to say is you should inform the person as soon as it's appropriate. And what I mean by that is before sex has within the first 2 minutes of the conversation of sex coming up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that anybody that's had an operation needs to walk around and introduce themselves, you know. Hi, I'm Carol, and I
used to be a man.
but I do feel like that if you are on the receiving end of that, that's a good way for somebody to get hurt, you know, if
So now, okay. So you brought up something, I guess, a little different. Do you think it's justified then? You said it's a good way for somebody to get hurt. Do you think that if a man meets a woman and they go up to the room, he pulls out his fucking cock and he beats the fuck out of this dude that's dressed up like a girl, do you think that is justified?
So you didn't make any sense. Start over. You said he pulls out his cock, and I don't know if you meant he
Sorry. The girl pulls out her... I'm confused myself. The girl pulls out her cock. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Turns out the girl is a guy. Pulls out his cock and says, well, I'm transgender. You have to, you know... You were attracted to me before you found out I had a penis. You're still going to fuck me.
More importantly, if I give her a hand job, does that make me gay?
Nope, it's her.
What do I think? So whether or not it's justified, it's understandable. Justified, I think, means that you can just get off scot-free, right? Like,
yeah, that's not the case. I didn't mean that, but understandable.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why not just leave? You have to beat the fuck out of them? Why not just leave?
I don't want anybody forcing me to question my own sexuality.
Perfect. That was the best answer ever. God, that was the perfect answer. Oh, my God. That's pretty fucking funny.
So you're right. Yeah, why wouldn't you just... But my first instinct would be, I am going to punch this thing in the fucking head.
This thing.
So the right answer is, I should probably remove myself from this situation because I'm not truly attracted to this person as I thought I was.
Right.
But in reality, it's, I'm going to throw... I'm going to throat punch it. Or them, or whatever.
Example.
And that's great. I mean, I that's the problem, I guess, with being honest. It's not. Or fuck, maybe I'd go through with it. I don't know.
Just bump your little cocks together, see what happens. So all I know is that I think about this a lot. I am so glad that I grew up when I did. I would not want to be trying to make my way through the world and dating and all this kind of shit with everything that's going on right now. I don't know. It's just fucking nuts. I wouldn't want to have to worry about that.
So I think it's good that, so better now than it was when I was a kid, that if somebody is gay, they can... In high school, they can come out and just say, "Oh yeah, I'm gay."
Yeah,
and for the most part, people don't give a shit. I mean, I'm sure they still get called some names and everything, but it's not like they get beat up or anything like that anymore, or at least not as much as they used to. I think that's great.
Oh yeah, me too. I agree.
But the mindset that as a country we're in now, that you have to accept everything,
yeah,
and if you don't, you are either a racist or a bigot or whatever. That's like the downside of it. For religious reasons, I can understand why people don't. I can't understand any of that because religion's fucking stupid and the Bible's stupid, and the Old Testament is people. So now I'm going to start ranting. People pull these. What is it, like Leviticus or
Leviticus?
Leviticus or Daviticus or
Millennium.
That's where they pull all that bullshit about God hates fags or whatever.
Yeah.
But they they only pick like certain parts of that book.
Yeah.
That I think that's the rules, right? The actual rules of the Old Testament is that whole book, and
Right.
they ignore all the other ones because
Yep.
God
They'll
don't care
take
about
one passage that says you shouldn't like gay people, and then they base their entire ideology around, well, this one passage in the Bible says I shouldn't like gay people, so I don't. But then it also says a whole bunch of other shit that you just completely ignore.
I don't think you're supposed to eat anything with a hooked foot. I believe
Is
that's
that
in
right?
there. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And you're also supposed to rape your wife, remember? we talked about that.
Yes.
You're supposed to stone people to death. If a woman has her period, you're not supposed to touch her for like a month.
Well, that part I agree with. For a month.
Yeah. Right. I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
So I might do that. I'm not a big fan of the Bible or anything, but I might just go through and pick out bits and pieces, and then just make my own religion based off of that.
Yeah, just the parts that fit what you already think.
All right, last thing here, and I want to be done. I got shit to do today.
Whatever.
Virginia woman who beheaded boyfriend shouts
Let me get my heads.
during arrest, deputies say.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about this whole article. Let me get my heads.
So is that what you think she sounds like?
Yeah, look at her. She looks like she's on meth, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But you make it sound like she sounds like
Like
50-year-old black woman.
No, you big dummy. What's Fred Sanford?
All right.
She doesn't look like Fred Sanford, I'll tell you that.
Are you ready? All right, there's some quotes farther down, I think, that we can get the fuck out of here. A Virginia woman has been charged in the death of a West Virginia man who was decapitated, authorities said Monday. Media outlets report 29-year-old Bo White body was found April 1st in his home in the Lorona area, and his head was found in some woods. How fucking stupid is this reporter? His head was found in some woods.
Some woods. No grasp of the English language.
WVNS as I just mumbled through a four. WVNS TV reports Mills and White were dating. Court documents released Monday show 41-year-old Rona Cheryl Mills of Rural Retreat, Virginia, was charged with second-degree murder. According to a criminal complaint, Mills had been in the woods, was covered in blood, and had a pocket knife in her pants when she arrived at another residence. The homeowners called authorities after they offered to give her a ride, and she refused to leave the property. The complaint said Mills gave a sheriff's deputy a false identity and claimed she had been thrown through a glass door but wouldn't disclose her attacker. While Mills was being taken for questioning, she told the deputy,
You have to take me back and let me get my heads.
the complaint said. Mills was wearing a glove on her left hand, and a matching glove was found in White's bedroom. Both gloves were covered in blood. Investigators said Mills and White knew each other. Prosecutor George Stittler did not disclose a possible motive and said it's unclear how White died. His fucking head was cut off.
Heart attack.
Suicide. An autopsy is pending.
We do not know if he was killed by the beheading or if he expired before that.
Sittler said.
Does it matter?
Mills was being held on in the Southern Regional Jail. These fucking hillbilly motherfuckers, man.
She was being held on in. Come on in.
Her cash-only bond is set at $37. At $210,000. Jail records don't indicate whether she has an attorney. She doesn't have an attorney.
She doesn't have an attorney.
She doesn't have any teeth. She doesn't have any attorney.
Oh, fuck. Oh, these stories are hilarious. Let me get my heads.
I want to that one story you found. I want to do that one again. The one where the guy came out all sweaty.
That was one of my favorites. I was just working out or whatever the fuck he said. I don't even know.
So, some shows will, when they feel like not putting together a show that week, they'll just put out a best of, they pull their old clips. Why don't we just keep track of the really funny stories, and then we'll just do them again for the people that haven't heard them?
See how long it takes before anybody notices? When are we going to cover Pony the Prostitute again? That's all I care about.
I don't know that we could ever do that one better.
Oh, man. So it said that she had a pocket knife. Can you imagine either end of that? Either cutting somebody's head off with a pocket knife or getting your head cut off with a pocket knife?
Did you ever see that video that was popular? This was like 15 years ago of that beheading. And I don't know if it was from Syria or what. Anytime I think of somebody bad, they're from Syria.
Duh.
But it was like an up-close video of somebody getting decapitated.
No, I've never watched any decapitation video like on purpose. I have no interest in watching that.
The sound in that video just resonates with you. I mean,
really?
Yeah, because the guy is like, he's still alive.
Ugh.
And so they put the soldier put his boot on the guy's head, and then just takes his machete and goes straight in through the side of the neck, and then just starts, So there's like a.
God, that's horrible.
Oh, it's funny.
There was a while, maybe it's still popular, I don't know. There was a while where like gore videos and gore pictures were huge on like 4chan and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm out. I have no interest in looking or watching any of those, even for like curiosity's sake. I don't understand it. I never understood that.
For me, it depends on what types of videos they are. Like car crashes, I think those are cool.
Well, yeah, that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like actual gore videos where they're like you said, cutting people's heads off. And
okay, so there's that one, and I know you've seen it on 4chan where the guy has the chainsaw.
Okay.
And he cuts into the guy's neck.
Nope, never seen that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's
That's pretty cool. It cut a guy's head off with a chainsaw. I told you when that stuff, I might have seen like a thumbnail of it or whatever, but I don't remember it. But I purposely didn't watch it. Not interested.
You're a pussy.
Yes.
There's a subreddit that's got all them on there too. I think that's where I seen them all.
Really? Is it still around?
Yeah, I think so. There's another really cool subreddit. I think it's called like Last Moments or something. But it's where people go and take so let's say that generally it's a picture of, say, here's a picture of my aunt 3 hours before, while she was at a party 3 hours before she got killed in a car crash. It's
okay.
like my last photograph or the last photograph or whatever, but it's a last known photograph of not just famous people, but regular people.
Okay.
And then, so I think that's fucking morbid as fuck. That's fucking sad.
Yeah. That's...
Because people put their actual true stories up there and, talking about.
Why would you do that? I mean, why would somebody do that
No, people on there are respectful. It's whatever. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Why would you cut somebody's head off with a fucking chainsaw?
Jesus? I don't know.
Now the ones that I do get out of immediately, if it looks like there's going to be an animal getting hurt, I can't watch those.
Nope. Those are the worst. Ugh. I accidentally watched one where they beat a dog with a shovel for I watched the first 2 seconds. It was like
I thought you were going to say like 20 minutes.
No, it was just a dog, and I'm like, I pushed play, and the next thing I know, the dude's hitting the dog with a shovel. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, there was a video that just went by on Facebook 2 or 3 days ago about, it was a guy holding looked like a pit bull by the throat and punching it in the face.
Oh, Jesus. Why?
Oh, fuck, man. So somebody like that, we make a lot of jokes and shit about whatever.
Yeah.
That made me angry enough that I would like to find that guy. I could physically assault him and feel okay with it.
Yeah.
Just based on this one video that he shared. He may be a decent person. I doubt it.
No,
but
I doubt it.
He may be a decent person other than this one bad day that he had. But it's still worth it to me to beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
Fair enough.
But now the guy that cut the other guy's head off with the chainsaw, I got no ill will towards him.
All right.
I'm not being funny.
That's fucking weird. Why? Why is it like that?
I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't know.
I mean, I'm being honest also. I just want to know why. I mean, what is it because that animals are innocent? I mean, they have no idea why you're doing this to them, or I mean, is that what it is?
Well, probably. I mean, so it's the same thing. Like I assume, I've never seen it, but if there was a video of a guy holding a baby by the back of the head and then punching it in the face, I would assume that I still had that same animosity. Huh. And it probably has to do with the innocence of whatever it is that you're punching in the face.
That's a weird statement. Do you remember a long, long time ago when the internet was new, rotten.com?
Yeah.
So there was a picture this is the only picture that I've ever seen on the internet that stuck with me and that pops into my head. There was a picture of a guy that was sticking jelly jars up his ass, and one of them broke in his ass, and there was like millions of fucking pieces of glass, and they had x-rays, and they had like the actual surgery photos. I mean, it was like a whole photo set of this guy busting a jelly jar in his ass. I have no idea why in the world. First of all, why did I look at it? I mean, I knew exactly what it was when look at pictures of guys sticking a jelly jar up his ass. Let's see what that's all about. What do you think it's all about, stupid? And then, second of all, why would that stick with me out of everything? I mean, I've seen some fucked up shit, but that is the one that stuck with me, you know?
Well, that's probably the moment your innocence was lost.
Maybe, I guess. The internet ruined me right then and there.
No, I have no idea what you were into before that, but it probably wasn't jelly jars up the butthole.
Flowers and pictures of cats.
And then now, if you were to see somebody so if you see somebody sticking a jelly jar up their butt, it don't even faze you. You just scroll right past it. It's like, oh, that old gag.
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago. That's old news.
That's how I was the first time I seen somebody getting cereal ate out of their butthole.
You know that out of all of her videos, we never even discussed the one that affected me the most, I guess. There was a video of her with the paintbrush, with a tiny little paintbrush, sticking it in her pee hole. Did we? I mean, that's the one that was like, I eating cereal out of your butt, whatever. That's okay, but you're sticking a paintbrush in your pee hole. I don't get it.
You've never done that?
No. And on top of that, you tweeted out something about, what the fuck did you say? Something about Monica Lewinsky sticking a cigar in her pee hole.
Yeah, that was a fucking joke, you dummy.
Yeah, but that was funny. My reply to that was funny. And you're like, shut up, bot. Just so you know, women don't have sex in their pee holes. It's a totally different hole. When I read that, I was like, I wonder if he doesn't know.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, I am very serious. I wonder if he doesn't know that women don't have sex in their pee hole.
Okay. All right. So if you want to get technical, right?
I do.
Okay. So if you are looking at a vagina, do you have a piece of paper you can draw this or something?
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's a set, I think it's the labius majoris, right?
Okay.
That's the big lips.
That's the big lips. The technical term is big lips. All right.
And then there's the vulva, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. At up near the top, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a thing called the clitoris maximus.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't exist. Okay.
Right?
So
the
then
female orgasm doesn't exist. Got it.
Right. Have you ever watched a video of a girl peeing?
Yeah.
Okay. Where does it come from?
The very, very top.
Above or below the clitoris?
Below.
Does piss come out of the lips?
No.
Wrong.
What?
So are you?
Oh wait, no, yeah, it's all I guess underneath the fold there, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
did that cigar pass through the same lips as the piss?
I mean,
So the whole
yeah, I
vagina
guess.
in and of itself is a pee hole, right? So it does other things.
No.
It's also
No.
a blood hole. It's also a blood hole.
It's also a blood hole.
Had I said that, didn't Bill Clinton shove a cigar up somebody's blood hole, you would have called technical foul on that too. You were just trying to be funny.
Right. Oh, I don't know where you're going with this.
So just the fact that you actually thought that, like, I didn't know. I took health in 8th grade too. I know how vaginas work.
I know how vaginas work. I've seen one once before. I don't have one, so I just assume you don't have one. And I'm assuming that you just don't know as much about them as you probably should. Like me, I don't know as much about them as I probably should. I didn't know that the clitoris maximus wasn't real.
Clitoris majoris.
Nope, it's Maximus. Labius Maximus and clitoris Maximus. Well, I want to know where the labius minor is. Labius minor? Is that what it is?
That sounds dangerous. What? Oh no! What you're thinking of is the minor's labia.
I don't think that's what I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure I've never thought of that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are we done? Fuck.
Yeah, I think we're long past done. We fucking dragged this shit out way too fucking long.
All right. Yeah, don't forget to check out who'srightpodcast.com for everything that we talked about 3 weeks ago.
Go buy some shit on
because I haven't updated it in the last 3 weeks, and I probably won't with this one either.
Good job. Check out my pinned tweet if you want to know what's going on with our show.
I'm looking for our list here. Oh, yeah, we have merch.com. Buy a mug.
Yeah.
And hush your face.
Yeah, we're still on that network too.
For now.
Go there.
All right, here's a promo for another podcast from the Potter family called Flicks X-Rayed.
Bye.
Oof. Fuck, that was a rough one.
That's funny, though. Are we done? Done.
Hi, this is Tony, the host of the Flicks X-Rayed podcast. Each week, I am joined by guests.
Meow.
Hello.
Yo.
Why, hello there.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
And we have a roundtable discussion where we dig deep and X-ray a bunch of our favorite films and some really terrible ones too. We really like to go back and take a look at films that may be forgotten, maybe in the past, and still lovable films. If you want, you can follow us on all the major platforms, iTunes, Google, Stitcher.
If you want to find out more, you can find us online at www.flicksxrayed.com.
And you can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram if you want to reach out to us. Good night, Internet.